disperse monies for our capital project, do you think? You think it's a next year event?
Yeah, it's going to be next year because there's no sense starting bid packagings until we know if we have funding. And then once, then we can start doing bid packagings after that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I wouldn't do anything until after we find out what kind of monies we're getting.
Well, keep our fingers crossed to get that funding. Thank you. That's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nardi.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Mr. Nowotnik, I think I ask you this every meeting. I apologize, but just the capital, do you want to make 2-second comments, or do you want me to? I know we have a...
Actually, while he's on the way up, the next meeting in March, we're working on Rhinebeck High School.
Wonderful.
So you did this.
Rhinebeck, beautiful.
I want to thank Bishop because he did all the legwork, as usual.
Beautiful.
I don't want to take all the credit because I don't deserve any of it. But we think in March we'll be in Rhinebeck.
Wait, we're going to have the Supervisor's Award ready by the next meeting, sounds like.
It'll be either March or April. We've given them 2 dates.
April's no good. Well, April's less good.
27th.
Because at the April 27th meeting, we're going to have the presentation on voter participation from Portchester High School.
Okay. Well, we do have the March 16th date. We've asked them for it.
Okay.
We are now just waiting for them to get back to us with final approval.
Okay.
This
is at the school?
This would be at the school in what they call their community room.
Beautiful.
It seats somewhere in the 80 people range, thereabouts. And the feeling was that would be probably an adequate place for our first meeting.
Wonderful.
And since it's right next to St. Patrick's Day, Molly Spillane's can cater the meeting if you'd like.
There you go.
Make it a festive occasion for Irish Americans.
If we run the meeting long enough, it will be St.
It'll
Patrick's
be into
Day.
midnight, then you can go to Molly's
St.
Spillane.
Patrick's Day.
How do you like it?
All right. Basically, I'm going to be working with Town Accountant Terenzi. We will be reworking the capital budget plan that you have into a 5-year version of it. We will also be back to you then with some ideas of financing. The feeling here is that there is a more flexible way for us to finance this without having to commit ourselves too early in the process. Terenzi has come up with a process of using annual bands or bond anticipation notes, which can be rolled over each successive year for, I think, up to 5 years, and then you would have your final bonding in the 5th year.
Perfect.
So we're gonna have that package assembled. We're working on it.
Perfect.
Okay.
Great. Thanks very much. Thanks, Mr. Morgan. Okay. Comments from council persons, Mr. Gelfarb?
None.
Councilwoman Mendocino?
Do we have a new secretary in the secretary's department? In this?
Yeah, I mean, basically, unfortunately, we've been very conservative about hiring new people in an attempt to be very prudent in financing. And as we all know, a lot of the big cost in hiring people has to do with the medical benefits and health benefits. Right. So we have kept the part-time personnel in Mr. Nowotnik's office down. So yes, we have, and so we, as a result of the fact that we were unprepared to pay benefits, we lost an absolutely fantastic secretary, Maria. I can't remember her last name. Maria Serena, who was absolutely fantastic. But since we kept her hours down, and we're not prepared to pay her give a full-time job, we lost her as a result. And I think in part that's why we lost Mr. Goodwin. It's not the only reason. He's going to a very good program at Scarsdale, but we didn't make a full-time permanent commitment to him. We didn't establish a new job in the town, and I think that you're absolutely right, Councilman Mendocino. We lost 2 very, very good people that made big contributions to the town in a very short period of time, and I think the board, we need to think about, whether we want to take on permanent staff or not. But right now we've, decided not to.
Right. So, but we do have a new person in there now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have to have a resolution to hire her?
No. There's no.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Why do we have to, for part-time employee?
Yeah.
Anytime, if you're going to pay them, yeah, absolutely. I didn't realize she started. I don't know. Did she start already? I knew Marie only left on Friday. So, in fact, there are two people. Aren't there two part-timers there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, we do need a resolution.
Okay.
So who's the other person? Is
Dave
that
Thomas.
Dave Thomas?
Dave Thomas, yep.
But I think it's 20 and 20. They're each working 20 hours.
So wait, so it's now a full-time position, but we're hiring, have two part-time people doing it?
Well, yeah.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm going to clarify a couple of things.
Okay.
Councilman Mendocino, if you're going to complain about, I just want to, you are complaining, and if you're going to complain about, if you're going, no, the formality will be taken care of.
Okay.
So if you're going to complain about spending, then I'm going to talk about the 14 years of egregious overspending.
Did I mention spending once? I just asked if we needed a resolution. I never said a word about spending.
Okay. So, yes, so we have two people part-time. So would you, Mr.
Yeah, by all
Noto,
means. I mean, I wasn't aware. The board needs to approve.
So it's two resolutions which we can
right.
come
One
up
is
with right now.
is for Dave Thomas to work up to 20 hours a week.
Yeah,
correct.
At the rate of
$17
$17 per hour.
per hour,
Okay, that would be resolution
with a
number
maximum
one.
of 20 hours a week.
With a maximum of 20 hours a week, and that would be to work in the supervisor's office.
Right. Now,
I have a question.
the clarification I wanted to bring up was Mr. Thomas was our web person.
Right.
And what we have done as an independent contractor, so what we have done is we've retained his skills as a web person. We've taken that time and combined it into the 20 hours. So we're not exactly going into a full-time thing. We're taking a consultancy, removing that expense, and combining it into the 20 hours. So he's going to also do our web, and there's not going to be this outside consultancy for the web project.
So half his time effectively will be supported
Exactly.
office, half his time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's all merged into the $17 an hour.
It's all merged
No
into
additional
the
expense.
$17 an hour.
Well, no, because he previously was getting 8 hours.
He was getting $20 an hour when he was working on the web
Right.
for 8 hours. So what we've done is what you're really doing is 8 hours at $20, 12 hours at $15, which is what we pay for that position. If you do the math, it comes out to be $17 an
Right,
hour.
so it's
So it's
merged.
12 additional hours at $15 an hour.
Right, so it's merged into one position.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So 20 hours a week, $17 per hour, Dave Thomas.
Correct.
And a motion to hire him to do that.
And then the second, what's the name of the second person?
Okay, and the second person is Ann Peck. She is also doing 20 hours. She really is Maria's direct replacement. She is being paid the rate of $15 an hour.
So you need two separate resolutions.
Are they both doing, so, okay.
No,
In effect, this is job sharing to the best way we could describe it.
but they're not doing the same
But
work.
before Dave Thomas is really, and before it was a half-time job that Maria was doing with the consulting services being provided.
Outside,
Yeah,
as
now-
a separate agreement. That's
now
correct.
it's sort of like adding 1/4 of a position.
Yeah, that would be the right approach.
Okay.
Someone has to make a motion.
Can I get a motion to approve Mr. Thomas for 20 hours a week at $17 an hour?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Hope, would you call the roll?
Gilfar.
Aye.
Mendocino.
Aye.
Nyors.
Aye.
Villanova. Corbin.
Aye.
And the other one is Ann Peck.
Ann Peck.
Ann Peck, PEC.
For
Okay.
20 hours a week at $15 an hour?
20 hours a week at $15 an hour.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Gilfar.
Aye.
Mendocino.
Aye.
Nyors.
Aye.
Villanova. Corbin.
And this is effective when? As of
This was
Monday?
effective
As
as
of
of this past Monday.
Meaning yesterday.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Monday of last week,
Okay, so that these are...
whatever that date is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I thought part-time employees didn't.
No, anytime you're going to pay somebody, you need a resolution. I knew we were contemplating hiring these people. I didn't realize they had started already. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, that's my fault, actually. I should have known.